Welcome everyone to Battle of Bucharest 2K17 with Blakecast. I'm joined today by Deacon.
Hello. Exciting.
Yeah, and I'm Navino, and you're going to be watching Frontline Tactics versus AE Black. There's another AE team called Yellow because, you know, the B theme. Fun stuff. So, we're going to talk about a couple key players before the match actually starts today. I'm going to start with Frontline Tactics, and I'll let Deacon take over with AE because, you know, Deacon is AE himself. Frontline Tactics, I would say Sir Alex and Prince are my two key players. Sir Alex is one of the top cav probably playing in Europe right now. He is very good, had a really good WPL too, which is Warband Pro League for those that don't know. And then Prince has been a top archer consistently for a long time. I mean, I can't think of a time I didn't know Prince is a top top archer.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah.
Many years.
And they, especially with a 5v5, I think a cav and archer really play even a bigger role than they usually do in other like situations, you know?
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I think Sir Alex especially is going to be like the key man. Like he's come out of nowhere really. Like only the last 6 months he's just come and he's one of the top in the scene straight away. It's actually been incredible his rise.
I know it's he's on my WFL team, which is like the Warband Fantasy League, and getting to know him and Charlini and even like Doom, my boy Doom, I gotta give him a shout out. They've been so good, and like they came out of nowhere, all three of them. Because Charlini.
Thing is, yeah, Charlie's been around a long time, but he was never like a top player. He was always like an okay imp, and then the last once again, kind of like Sir Alex, like the last 6 months, he's just come out of nowhere and suddenly like a top tier imp. It's been incredible actually. The whole rise of the Spanish team.
Oh yeah, like if you watch Nations Cup, like you know the UK Spain
No, we don't have to talk
match.
about that. Do we?
All right, let's go on to AE Black then. Deacon, you want to start that off?
Yeah. Well, I think probably imp-wise, you got like M, like one of the most experienced imp in the game at the moment. He's been playing for nigh on a bloody decade, like since the game's been out. And then Gibby, just like the young imp talent. Absolutely eviscerates people in seconds. He's horrific, kind of inverse style, which a lot of imps seem to have, but he's really mastered it at the kind of forefront of that style. And then Peter obviously goes without. To be honest, the whole team's pretty savage. Peter just incredible for me, probably the best player Warband's ever had. Shema, probably the best closed map cav I've played with. And then Razor, one of the best archers ever as well. So I mean, it's an incredible side. Possibly a bit less active of late than the Frontside Tactics, which is an awesome name, by the way.
Oh yeah, I love that name.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it? Sounds very esports. Like.
Let's say that no, you're good. I will say that playing with Shema and all them, they have like some of the biggest star power I've seen any of the teams like registered, and we can't know the contribution of the other two members of Frontline Tactics, which is Eder/Sebe. I don't know what he likes to go by at this point. And then there's also Farunian. Top players in their own right. You know, and I think it'll be a very close match. Like star power on this match is great. Because Eder's been a great imp for IR. Farunian, you know, him and Dopey really did a lot for IR past WPL.
100%, yeah. Farunian's got kind of people love him or hate him. Really, because he's got that kind of YOLO style on occasions, and
oh my God,
it can go either way. He can couch lance him, fly in, and get like 3 kills and change the game, or he can just couch lance onto a all pike and die. So it'll be interesting to see how he works. And Sebe's just incredibly solid infantry. Really hard.
He's very
to kill.
good at staying alive. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so he's going to be really good in this situation as well. And they're live now. I think both teams are going to go with the 2 cav, 1 archer, 2 imp. Would be my guess.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. You have Farunian and Alex and Cav versus Shema and Peter. Peter running his traditional, like, you know, courser Cav. Something
White Flash.
The White Flash, man. Then it looks like AE's pushing up fence with Gibby and M on Imp with Razor behind them. Razor has a lance instead of a sword, while Frontline Tactics is kind of like moving past Broom into Great. I think AE was trying to be a little more aggressive because I thought they were going to go to Cubby, and instead Frontline Tactics is going to try and avoid that engagement and move to scoot themselves to Grave. So they're kind of just waiting for Flag. Why is Flag not spawned?
Yeah, that's a good question. I feel like it should have spawned, but anyway. Here it is.
There we go.
A few seconds late, but better late than never.
I think they might have the wrong admin, the wrong like Riverside mod, or at least they might have gone back to the 2 minutes. I don't know. Anyway, Razor's gonna be on fence, while Ferunian and Alex can just kind of hover around while Prince stays in Grave. Gibby and M already taking the flag, while Shema is still hovering over by Razor, with Alex and Ferunian not really doing much. I think, yeah, Charlini and Eder are going to start moving towards flag.
Yeah.
They got to be really careful. It's going to be really dangerous, that. Yeah, if Razor on fence, he can just pop one of them in the face. Serenade head armor is not known to be great. So,
and to be honest, same for their horses. I mean, if one of those horses gets shot in the head, it's game over. And with those long wall pikes on the Swardian side, it's going to be pretty dicey, I think.
I'm always interested to watch Peter play just because of his courser. And, like, you know, in normal competitive play for almost any normal cav, it's like, when you get a courser, you made fun of, you know? But it's like taboo, but, like, Peter just doesn't give a fuck, you know?
Yeah, I mean, he tried taking on close map until we cried too much. He started taking a hunter, but
yeah, because
he doesn't like taking it, and he doesn't like taking the all pike. Actually, he thinks it's too good.
Oh, Razor with the lovely shot. Just as I said, you have to pay attention to Razor at fence. As now Peter is going for oh man, Prince. I forgot his name for a second.
This horse has nearly got to be dead though. He's taken a few shots to it, and that courser is easily killed.
Yep. Gibby taking down Charlie. Charlie tried to get into 2v1 and it didn't work out. And
yeah, it's always tough. I think as soon as you lose one person in this situation, it gets so hard.
In the 5v5, you know, you have to be very careful. So I believe it's only one map, and like it's adds up. It's like the add up score we used to do. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah,
Deacon?
the olden days.
Yeah, I personally prefer
it's 4 as well, isn't it?
Yeah, so they can still like. That's what I am nervous about is like this team. I could actually see there being like a 4-4 tie up in this. No,
yeah, I can see that. Yeah,
because it's 8 rounds total, and which is an awkward number for that kind of thing. And so, AE took the round. I really give that round to Razor. Really, Razor just made some clutch shots, put the pressure on Charlene. Charlene can't win that 2v1 against 2 very good imp. Like it's just. In 5v5, you have so much less room for mistakes, and as soon as the first kill, especially now, instead of 8v8 or 5v5, you basically have a great chance of winning as soon as you get that first kill.
Now, yeah, especially if the team can isolate, like, because often you'll find the only times it's not punished is when they get kill quickly back. But if the team just kind of clams up a bit, put their shields up, they cav back off a little bit, and they start playing it easy, it becomes so hard. They strangle you out the round and force a 2v1, and then it's game over.
Charlie and Ed are kind of separated as AE goes to Broomstick, and now AE's running to the flag in field. This, I'll be interested to see this, because one of my biggest critiques of like Gibby as a player is like his open map awareness, and I think this field spawn, if they're smart, they can probably get Gibby from behind. And so this I think favors Frontline tactics.
Yeah, I could agree with that. I
think
he's been criticised for that. He's definitely someone you wouldn't kind of unleash on a closed map, isn't he?
Oh my god, yes. And Peter almost gets a little cheeky hit on Charlie. He's gonna go right for Charlie again. Oh, Charlie beautiful. Goes down. That is a beautiful 1-2. Oh, and there goes Ferunian. Not yet. As Ferunian dismounts, and is just going to kind of be with Eder right now. M's kind of far away from my liking, but Ferunian remounts as he's going to go try and help Prince against Shema and Peter, as Peter now goes back. My biggest thing right now is this engagement so spread out. And then Shema takes down Prince. Oh, Eder gets a nice kill back on M.
As trouble there. That's an awkward spot to be in. Lovely by Peter there.
Oh, Peter making it happen. They're just going to have so much armor now. I don't know how, like, this is going to be really hard for Frontline Tactics to do anything right now.
And that's kind of a problem, but also, like, I guess A will be quite happy here if they can get the 4-0 with the best of one kind of scenario. I mean, if you win the first set 4-0, you only need 1 round and it's game over.
Yep, pretty much.
So that tank effect in Swardians could be really damaging. We'll see.
Yep. Again, like, even if it's 4-0, I would not be surprised to see Frontline Tactics 4-0 in the Swadian side, because especially as we talked about, like, one map, Swadian Snowball, going to be kind of OP. Same with, like, Nord.
100% as well, yeah.
Oh, Ferunian's horse taking some hits. Oh!
With the all pikes.
think they're gonna.
Ooh,
If
they're all
Ferunian,
tanked, aren't they?
yeah, if Ferunian had come back, I think they could have taken out Shema's horse, but they kind of left him after Alex had a soft couch on him. But they're kind of just holding fence again. As wow, they're like matching right now. AE is like all matching, you know. Gotta have that fashion sense.
Got that
man.
uniform.
If I was Prince right now, I would try and take some shots at Peter's horse.
I think so, yeah. I mean, they've got to take down that horse. I mean, it makes such a huge difference, like we're saying. Equally to killing someone, if you can dismount a horseman quite far away, he's out of the fight. He can't influence it at all.
Yeah. It's in mid again. They just. I thought the first round like could have been fine for them, but like Eder needs to pay attention to where Razor is, or they need to send a Cav to suppress. Because once Razor gets that one shot off, if they have Alex or Ferunian just on him, can't fire. You know.
Right, but now they're in even more trouble here. Oh, hang on, they got 3 imp. Prince changed to imp. We didn't notice.
Yeah, he changed it. Oh,
okay, I think that's actually quite a good decision. I think against this armor, Prince probably wasn't going to do that much. He's a really nice jab shot as well, which is probably why he's taking jabs. So watch for that. But I really think it's the Cav who are going to need to make a difference. They need to get couch lances. They can't do that because Peter's just demounted Alex.
Alex is down. Yeah, got dismounted.
I think this is
Peter
serious trouble now.
the shit out of him.
I can't see how they win this round. I just can't. How do you kill those tonked imp?
Yeah, they need to do something right now. Well, AE is backing out the flag.
And another horse dismounted.
Oh, wow. Ferunian. Oh, there goes Alex. There goes Eder. Kevin just came in there, like, all fights are so in those, like, close engagements where you're just going to have people fighting. He can just and an ace. That's an ace for AE. AE is up 3-0.
Now we'll get some red armor, some halberdians or whatever they're called.
Brigandines, yeah.
Brigandines. I played the game for 6 years, I don't know that.
What?
I played the game for 6 years, I don't know what they're called.
It's Brigandines and then red surcoat over mail. Come on.
Okay, there you
That's
go.
what Shema has. Yeah.
Gibby's got it.
Yep.
He's tonked.
Tonked? Is that how you say it?
Tonked. It's like London slang for muscly.
London slang. Okay, no. You learn something new every day. As I like this actually, playing super aggressive, because with more imp now, all the all the frontline tactics imp gotta do is like harass the shit out of him, try and get
Charlie needs nearly dead though.
Charlie needs to back up. He's like too far out. That's what's basically allowing. There goes Charlie. That's what it gets so spread out like this. It allows the well, Ferunian brings it back a little bit. Oh, never mind.
Too late.
4-0. 4-0. I will say that Quadians, as soon as they got those first 2 rounds, it became so much harder to...
Yeah, I mean, they never looked like winning after that, did they? It was just kind of dominant. They can't hurt the armor. Like, it's really difficult. Without couch lances, there's almost no way.
You know, not to mention, if you have Serenade swords, you're basically just going to glance a ton on that armor.
Yeah, they're not much cop. Even the scimitar is gonna glance a lot.
Oh yeah. The only thing that can really do anything is axes.
Yeah, and inevitably with a shield swap, you're less likely to be getting it anyway. And if you're an S-key hero like me, you want a scimitar.
Oh man. But I just like being able to one-shot people for like no reason. Like just all of a sudden, oh, he's dead. Yeah, that works. That's why I like axes.
Yeah, and like you say, the anti-armor is so important, and I think I can imagine both Serenade Imp on the AE side are going to take axes. It's just a guess, but I think they'll kind of take the financial hit and just take an extra axe anyway.
Yeah.
I hope that's what they do.
I think though that I think they'll do it mostly just to try and like break down the shields real quick, which is what I would do. Yeah. Especially because giving Razor free reign to shoot at shieldless opponents will be devastating. Especially now he has the higher rate of fire.
Axes, yeah.
Yeah, I figured as much. One of them has jabs as well. Both
I think that's smart. I think it adds a lot. I think what you need in this kind of 5v5 is that added versatility, and taking a few extra jabs, it gives those 2 imp. I mean, if you're locked in with 2 imp, which they kind of are, you got to make them as versatile as possible, and adding those jabs really does help.
Completely, I completely agree there. I think I can see Frontline Tactics bring this back and doing it for
100%.
I can.
Yeah, I agree completely. I think Sir Alex with an all pike particularly, watch him. He could do some serious damage here.
Oh
and
my
same
God,
with Ferunian. I mean, they can both do some real damage. They're in a bit of a tough spot because they have to win all 4 rounds. That puts the pressure on them, really. So we'll see.
As flag spawns by church, Prince is probably going to set up in the open because he doesn't want to get hit by those cav, especially as a crossbow. But Charlie looks like they're taking grave together. They're going
I think this is smart.
Yeah.
Because out in the open as a crossbow, there's only so much you can do. Like, you'll start getting shut down by Razor, the imp will start pushing, maybe the cav will come. I like this by frontside tactics.
Oh yeah, they're just pushing right into him. Oh, Fruity gets stopped, but they also stop Shema. Oh, Alex misses a free hit on Shema's back. As Peter's going to get ready to come in, he's going to fight Prince. As Shema takes down Eder, and oh my god, Shema.
Get in!
Oh wow. Shema with the pro sword cav right now. I can't. 2 on 5.
Now, he can do some special stuff against these 2 players.
That's true.
But they need to do it soon.
Oh,
there's a little bit. There's another bit.
Except he couldn't get the kill. Oh, there's
Beautiful
Alex.
by Sir Alex.
Alex
they're getting very messy. Ooh, nice there.
You gotta keep Alex up. You gotta keep Alex up.
And this for their tournament life, sadly, in the first round, but we'll see.
Oh, there goes
And
Alex.
it's looking over. These aren't the people you want to be against, Gibby and Peter.
There they go.
GG.
I feel so bad for them. That team.
It feels awful, doesn't it?
You know, like I just
4 rounds.
They just. Oh, I guess they're just. Oh, I guess that's it. I guess for me, it's like, screw it. I mean, the score doesn't really matter, I guess, here, but that's so disappointing.
That's tough, isn't it?
Like, I'm not even like disappointed that they lost because, like, to be honest, when I looked at this match, I thought it would either be really close or a wipe in one way or the other, like for one side or the other.
Yeah, I think I agree with that.
Because these teams are full of really good players, but they're also vets that as soon as one gets the advantage, they're just gonna keep pushing and pushing and pushing. You know, and I can't say enough how Razor and Shema played there.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I think Razor for me was probably the man of the match because he had that round in the first round, made all the difference, got that opening headshot, and I've seen him in training matches, and he's been doing that consistently. And that in 5v5, that's just so important.
Yeah. Well, I guess they're ending it off. I'm going to talk about the next match we have coming up, which I believe starts in about another 30 minutes. I expected this to take a little longer. So the next match we're doing is Friendly Fire versus Juggernauts. I'm gonna pull up the rosters real quick. I do know Friendly Fire has Kane on their team, and then Juggernauts I believe has Boris from IR and Sphere from IR.
Okay, yeah, Sphere's a really good shot actually.
I mean, like I know train of thought, Deacon. Okay.
They're kind of like they're certainly not tier 1 teams, but there's a lot of kind of like upper tier 2 players there. Definitely players like worth watching. Like Sphere particularly, is such a dangerous archer. Like I remember for IG a few years ago, he was absolutely sick.
Oh yeah, I remember him in IG. So
it was horrible.
Juggernauts
he kept shooting them and Cleric in the head.
Juggernauts, Cleric just attracts those arrows, man. He has a big enough head for it. So Sphere is the captain with Peter Abstrat, Boris, Chauvinian, or Chauvin, what? Show, yeah. And then also Canny. I know Show and Canny play, but Show like also does Cav as well.
Yeah, Show's quite like a bit of a multi-classer. I think he can play.
And he's very solid
well
at all 3 classes.
He is. Yeah.
Then you have Boris, which I believe he's an infantry.
Yeah,
then,
he is. Yeah.
You have Peter Abstrat, which I also believe is a Cav.
Yeah, he's a Cav. He's been really good. Kind of, I didn't know too much about him until the UK team, but he's really nice, kind of open map Cav. It's quite a nice team actually.
Then we have for Juggernaut. Well, that was Juggernaut. So we have Friendly Fire, which is led by a guy named Leroy.
Okay, so this is an old school British warbander. He plays in first person and doesn't take armor, but is a really good shot. So we'll see.
He plays in first person completely.
Yeah, and he never takes armor. At least he never used to.
I hope
he's a real old school player. He's a very old school player.
Wow,
he's been around since beta.
Then there's Zazu, which I know is a decent infantry. There's also Zombie. I recognize him from the Welsh team.
Yeah,
Frenzy.
he's from Heroes of Agincourt and that kind of Mercs kind of British guy scene. He's quite tasty. He's pretty solid.
I also know he plays some archers well. Then you have Kane, which is going to name Asa Ackerman right now.
Okay, interesting name.
Yeah, I don't get it. He started using it in our WFL practices. I'm just like,
yeah.
All right, you do you, man. And then there's a guy named Snack. Now, I don't know who Snack is. Do you?
You know what? I've seen him on IG Battlegrounds, and
Yeah?
I'm pretty certain he appears to be a Napoleonic Wars player because he's running around with an all pipe, spinning round, murking a load of people. And he had like
Spin me
20
right
kills.
round, baby.
Yeah, he had like 20 kills in IG yesterday. It was absolutely nuts. He was just running around with an all pipe.
I will say that I picked the matches we're streaming, by the way, folks. And something that I will say is watching players play and seeing the two teams that I picked for the lower bracket. I probably could have picked like a more well-known amount of players match, but I think this actually could be close because I recognize some names on Friendly Fire that I know are very good players. But then I also saw some star power on Juggernauts, and I think it's very like close, tense. That could be really fun to watch, kind of match.
Yeah, 100%. I think it's kind of almost for me. I break that down as being like Sphere versus Kane. Like they're both these kind of like rangers who I think it's fair to say they're both like tier 1 rangers. To be honest, they're both really strong rangers. And
Kane is very good. Sphere is very good.
Exactly. Yeah, so that's gonna be a really good match. Yeah.
I think it'll be a really fun match. I think it's fun for everyone to watch. You're gonna see two very good rangers, and then some probably like lesser known names in the community that could, show us something new today. So we're gonna take a break. We'll be live in about another 30 minutes. Tune back in for the next match, guys. I hope you all enjoyed the first one. No, it wasn't as close as we all wanted, but you guys see some really quality play, and what it came down to was who kept the cool and who was able to press the advantage in that.
Guess so.
Yeah, I think I was told by Calamity, like, say we're taking a break, and we'll be live in another 30 minutes. Okay. You know.